Hey everyone, before the podcast starts, I just wanted to let you know that we had a wonderful guest on this month, but we weren't able to provide an extra microphone for her. And so we did what we could with what we had, and I've done everything I can in the editing process to make sure you can hear her, but I do apologize if there are any moments where you can't hear either myself or our wonderful guest. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the pod.
We don't actually have a special introduction yet. We're workshopping that as we go. Let's call this phase 1 of the quarterly report. We're not at the introduction phase yet. We're not even at the studio phase yet.
No, we don't have a studio. We just have a room upstairs at church.
It's beautiful, though.
It's great.
Air conditioned. You guys bought me pizza today. That's real friendship. I was like crying on my way here. I was thinking.
You can thank our executive producer, Esther.
Executive producer, Esther.
She's here.
Jeez. Yeah, she's here, but she doesn't have a mic. Say hello,
She
Esther.
doesn't.
She said hi.
We're going to move the microphone.
Hi.
Esther says hi.
She's my lovely girlfriend.
That's right. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
She's been here like many a time.
She was here the first
episode?
time we recorded.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She was the voice in the background.
Prosper. So this morning when I was getting ready for Luke came to pick me up, and I was like, when you get a girlfriend,
Right.
me and your girlfriend, we don't know who she is yet, but we should do a girlfriend takeover of the quarterly report.
Is that right? What if she's not into podcasting?
I'm not into podcasting.
But you guys would do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah, and then imagine we get more listens than you guys do.
Sir. Okay, now she's lost her mind.
Yeah, taking the mic away.
Now she's lost her mind. More than 40 active listeners in your first few months?
I feel like why not?
That's 40 like active. I was at my mate's house, Nathan.
Mm.
He listened to the whole thing through and through. He was telling me about stuff about space.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I was like, hey, this was Luke's segment. This was Smithy's segment, but
yeah,
he understood everything you said.
Yeah, so that's pretty. I'm shocked actually.
International, man.
Wow.
Oh, local. Going international.
International.
Campbelltown today, Belgium tomorrow.
Yes, I mean, yeah, we do have a few listeners in Belgium.
Do we actually?
Shout out to Belgium listeners.
Hey, shout out.
I don't know much about them, but pretty consistent.
Speak French over there. And Dutch.
Do they?
They speak a bunch of languages.
Oh.
Belgium, Switzerland, all them people speak like 5 different languages.
True. I mean, most European countries you'd have to learn at least like 2 languages.
Yeah.
To get around.
But those 2, I think, because they're in the middle of.
Right in the middle.
You know what I mean? Belgium, like the France, Germany, Netherlands, all that. Beautiful country.
Yeah. So this is our episode 6.
There you go.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Oh wait, do you guys really not introduce yourself?
We don't introduce nothing. Well, eventually
I'm Crazy, I'm Schmitty.
We're about to do that. Esther's trying to get us to do our interview. Welcome to the quarterly report with Smitty and Preezy. I'm Preezy.
And I'm Smitty.
Fantastic.
We have special guest Esther over here.
We've introduced her. She said hi.
Yeah.
We're glad. Dwelling in the house of the Lord once again.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Eating a pizza.
Yeah.
I got nicknames. I just got my government name. I feel left out.
Dang. Yeah, well, it's tough,
Essie?
man. Nah. No. That didn't work. You said Essie.
So her cousins and some people in her family call her that.
I've never called you that, Esther.
Because it's disgusting.
No, it's pretty bad.
I'm sure it works. It sounds like a drug. Essie.
Hey, bro, I've got some of the good stuff. What is it?
Essie?
What is it?
What?
I got some Essie.
Who gave you Essie? My uncle. What? My uncle gave me Essie. That's insane. Anyway, how have you guys been?
Pretty good.
Yeah? What have you been doing? Been a month.
We've been loving life. There've been so many good shows. To name a few, Only Murders in the Building.
Okay. Selena?
Yeah.
Yeah, Selena Gomez. Yeah. Okay. And The Sandman.
Oh, yeah?
I'm sure you were a fan too.
Yeah, I watched that. Strange show, but nonetheless, it was good.
What else did we watch? Those are pretty much the only good ones, to be honest.
Star Trek, what is that?
Below Decks?
The Lower Decks?
Yeah,
that season came out. Oh, you haven't watched that? Really?
Yeah.
I have this weird thing where I watch all the Star Force, the Star Waves, all them. I watch the side shows,
Right.
but
the
I
little
don't watch
spin-offs, yeah.
the spin-offs. But the movies, they to this day, I've only watched the one with the planet exploding at the end. But then Jacob says
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
everything, like every movie has a planet exploding.
Yep.
What kind of a movie is it?
Like the first 3 Star Wars, which are actually the 4, 5, and 6, but
You
they're
started
1, 2, and 3.
confusing me. You start
They're
giving me
prequels.
Fibonacci
They don't
numbers.
have any exploding planets, but yeah, the original Star Wars movies, they had exploding planets. The sequel trilogy had some exploding planets. You're probably talking about The Force Awakens, Star Wars The Force Awakens, where they have the
Orange planet.
It's like a big planet. Oh yeah, it starts on an orange planet, but so does the...
Oh, don't say that.
It doesn't narrow it down.
Don't do that to me. The girl arrives on a plane.
It's Rey, yeah, the girl.
Yeah.
If it's a female protagonist, that's The Force Awakens.
That's the one I watched, but
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Oh, and I watched the one with Brethren dying. You know the
Anakin. Oh, wait,
no, the new one, the one that
Obi-Wan.
Kyle.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo.
He dies.
I said Kyle. Oh my
Kyle, his name must be
Kylo.
Kyle Ren. Oh yeah, I got a monster, bro.
That's the you're teasing me, man.
Punching holes in the walls.
Kylo Ren.
Kyle Ren.
Kylo Ren
Yeah.
is what's he? What?
Adam Driver.
No.
He's
role.
a Sith Lord. He's
Yeah,
like
but
the
he's dog. When he cut my man's arm off, he said Darth Vader, isn't he?
he's a Sith Lord, which is what Darth Vader is. He's like a Sith. Like, so you have like the Jedi and the Sith. The guys with blue lightsabers, the guys with red lightsabers.
Yeah, right. It goes this deep, man. I thought that was all there was to understand. He was Darth Vader, and
he's like Darth Vader's like grandson, because Darth Vader was, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it.
That wasn't Darth Vader?
No, Darth Vader's a different person. Darth Vader was alive like 30 years before that, and he was an older man, and he died 30 years prior.
So okay, look, I left that theater in, what was that, 2018, 2019, with an understanding of what happened. What you've just told me has destroyed that understanding. And now just a random dude wearing a black gown died, and people in the movies were crying and stuff.
Well, yeah.
You're saying there's
he's
history.
Han Solo's son. And Han Solo is a character from the Star Wars original, like 80s movies with Mark Hamill. He's Harrison Ford's character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you watched 1917?
I haven't seen one.
You haven't watched that yet?
No.
Really?
Unfortunately not, no.
Esther?
It rings a bell, but I don't know.
Never mind. I was just going to say that's literally outside of The Lion King, the best movie I've ever watched. To tears, my friend. Sat there eating Cheetos, celery, crying at the end. But hey,
yeah,
generational.
Do you want to get into some stuff, some segments?
Do
you like segments, Prosper?
I like segments.
Do you like organized information?
This is beautiful. It's fantastic.
So what do we want to do first?
What do you have on the agenda?
I've got lots of things. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a little bit of news about recent events. We're going to cover a new segment. I've yet to name it, but we're going to play a game.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
And we'll do Deep That. Our special cool.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then we'll talk about some movies and stuff.
So, okay, we're going to talk about news. I'm assuming we're in the news segment now.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just me. Nothing's happened.
Really? I
Has
actually, yeah, lots of stuff has happened, but you're right. Like it feels like kind of drab because a lot of stuff that's happened has just been kind of down. Like there's droughts and floods and fires and stuff going on everywhere. Did you know that Taika Waititi and Rita Ora got married this month?
Hey,
another wedding. And remember last month we were talking about
wait.
Yeah, Taika
That's
Waititi
such a random...
married Rita Ora. Yeah,
where did that?
Don't know. They must have been together before that.
But isn't Rita? Where's Rita from?
I don't know.
I thought she was English.
American.
Oh no, I think you're right.
No, she might be. I don't know.
English. Yeah,
she might be English.
And Taika's from New Zealand, is he? No?
Yeah. But they're celebrities. She probably found him and DM'd him and was like, "Hey, I like your movie."
She DM'd him. You think?
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, because big time director.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
She's a singer. He's a director. Can I make it any more obvious?
What is that? What is it?
He was a boy. She was a girl. It's Avril Lavigne.
Oh no,
Skater Boy.
I never listened to April.
April Laventine.
Yeah, I never listened.
Yeah.
Esther's face. Esther, tell us.
Sorry, Taika Waititi and Rita Ora have been together for 4 years.
Oh, this has been going on for a while.
They've been dating for 4 years.
So he had to pop the question then.
Yeah, obviously.
4 years.
You can't just be together for 4 years
I
and
didn't
just be
know
like, oh yeah, so. Yeah.
Oh, no, hold up a second. No, this isn't news to me.
Oh.
Let me rewind you back. Let me take you back to a time 1 year, 2, 1. Was it last year? Whatever it was. There was photos of them.
Yeah, there would have been.
On a balcony. But, okay, it gets strange. What's that girl? Wasn't there? Valkyrie.
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
Mm.
I don't want to get into all that, but there's multiple partners and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what, like, that was starting to churn.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It just sparked something when you said that. 4 years, and I was like, okay, so this has been going on. How did I miss it? No, I didn't miss it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so they got married. And remember how we were talking about last month, we were talking about how Bennifer happened, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Forgot his name. Affleck.
Yep.
And
Jennifer Lopez.
They got married for a second time. So they had their ceremony and honeymoon and all that. And then this month they had another ceremony for like everyone to come to. So they had like their private one, and then they had like a public one, and everyone went, and there was like all these special rules, and they said everyone has to wear all white.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Very interesting. Yeah. Very strange.
I am convinced that when you join Hollywood,
it was a 3-day party.
Nah,
basically.
You're joining a cult. You're joining a cult. 3 day. What does that sound like to you? You have to come to not the first party, the second party at night for 3 days and only wear white. We're at the beach, worshiping the sun god or something.
Booked out like some sort of resort or something. It was yeah. I heard it. I was listening to radio. And I was like, wait a second. I thought they were already married. And then they explained it. And I was like, oh. They were already married, and then they had another like wedding.
That relationship is strange. Yeah. Never understood that one. But great, good for them.
Yeah, good
Jenny
for them.
from the block
good
and
for them.
Batman.
And Batman.
Good for them.
Mate. In some sort of sadder news, we had a few. We lost a few people. Celtics is it Celtics? Celtics. Sorry.
Yeah.
Legend. Bill Russell.
R.I.P.
He died at 88 years of age.
11-time NBA champion.
He was he was in the
NBA Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame. Yeah, and he died peacefully with his wife at his side, which is pretty beautiful. And she put out like a statement on social media, which I read it and it was really, really sweet. You guys should go check it out. It's on. It's on the
good people.
NBA Instagram page, and also we also lost Olivia Newton-John as well, who was the star of Grease and among other films.
Yeah, I mean, I've been told she was a really good actor. I've never watched Grease, but I'm sure there was like
she was a musician as well, right?
It's not that big. I haven't watched Grease, man. What is this? I haven't watched Grease. Can I ask you a question?
To give everyone at home, because this is
Esther's losing her mind
audio
right now.
medium. Her mouth is jaw is dropped.
Let me ask you a question and just watch her face. Let me ask you a question. Have you watched the 1980s RoboCop?
1980s
RoboCop.
There's a 1980s.
She doesn't even know 1980s RoboCop existed.
RoboCop
Yeah.
and Grease are not on the same level.
I'm sorry. RoboCop? Are you crazy right now? That's like original Cyborg.
Grease. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John.
No, that's an everyday object for me. Grease. I use that for nothing. RoboCop, bro.
Grease, the stuff you put in a pan.
Yeah, it's the stuff you put
I watch
in a pan.
Grease every day.
Collect that. Start using that for everything else, man. RoboCop? That's not everyday object.
I watched it when I was a little bit too young because I had no.
RoboCop. Oh.
Yeah, I was too young for Grease.
Yeah,
got too greasy all over my hands.
No, of course.
Yeah, RoboCop. I was probably like 16, maybe younger, and I had seen like that movie that came out, the reboot.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, well, I've seen the reboot. Can we watch? Dad, please, can we watch the original one? And then we watched it, and it was like, it's so grotty and grimy and dark, just man. Like.
But it felt so like
different time.
I was in Africa at the time, and like to watch those kinds of movies, we didn't have them at home. We weren't allowed to watch those. So I went to my best friend's house. He was right next door. So every time I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm going to Hoodie's house." Hoodie was his name. Going to Hoodie's house. We'd watch like Steven Seagal movies. We'd watch like Bollywood movies. But the first time I watched RoboCop was at his house. And we was just doing crazy stuff. We got buckets outside. Like, pew, pew. You're going. It was great, man.
There was a lot of, how would I censor this? Extremity shooting. Shooting of certain male extremities.
I love that. It was a great movie. It was a great movie.
When I saw that scene, and I was like, my 15-year-old innocent mind.
Yeah, what did I see? Close your eyes.
Wait, what?
That monkey emoji closing your eyes. Like, I saw nothing. Saw nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
But Grease, yeah, that just sounds to me like the original High School Musical. Like to me, listening to Grease and how people sing their songs, to me, having never seen it, I'm just getting High School Musical vibes.
You know that song?
Am I wrong? Am I like completely incorrect in assuming that? Right. Give me the synopsis. What am I watching if I'm watching Grease?
You're watching a summer romance. 2 teenagers.
Yeah.
They fall in love, and then she has to go because it's just a summer romance. But then they find out they're in the same.
The same one. I'm not gonna watch this movie. Whatever you're telling me now, I'm gonna forget.
Oh my goodness!
What?
It just occurred to me.
What?
High School Musical copied Grease.
See, am I a prophet, ladies and gentlemen?
In my 20-something years of life, because in High School Musical, it's a summer romance.
Okay.
And then like they fall in love during, and they sing karaoke, whatever. They sing a song right in the night, and then like cuts to the scene of school.
Yeah.
And then he's like in school with his friends, and then he sees her. He's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, my parents got a new job, so now I'm at this new school."
Right. That happens in Grease.
Yeah, but Grease is like 20 years older than High School Musical.
20.
But he has like some random car or something called. What's it called?
Grease Lightning.
Grease Lightning. That's why it's called.
Grease Lightning.
Prosper, you need to watch it. It's so good.
They have a song where it's like, I don't know how it goes. Grease Lightning, go, Grease Lightning.
So good.
Everybody foot loose. That's Grease.
Yeah,
I know it, man. I know that song. Banging song. At white people parties? Jeez, man. Energy just
Everyone
goes
just
up.
loves all the Grease songs.
Starts
and the
singing.
Mamma Mia. As soon as Mamma Mia songs come on.
Living on a Prayer.
It's from Footloose.
Yeah, Footloose is from Footloose.
Oh.
It's I think Footloose is Kevin Bacon is a bad guy who hates dancing, and he tells everyone you need to stop dancing, and then they have a dance battle to make him realize that dancing is good or something like that. That's why Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy tries to have a dance battle with Ronan, and he's like, I'm gonna have a dance battle with you, just like in Footloose.
It's just literally
then that's why he says in Avengers Infinity War to Spider-Man that Footloose is the best movie ever. And then Spider-Man's like, that movie sucks and sold.
Yeah, no, what you just described was Happy Feet. What Esther just described was High School Musical.
True.
All these movies are just, listen, maybe they're great. Maybe the nostalgia. I'm 23 years old. I'm not going to watch this and feel like, oh my gosh, take me back to this time. No, I'm done. I don't want to see old.
I've seen Happy Feet.
Happy Feet is amazing. No, but that's what I'm saying. Happy Feet, I don't like High School Musical, but if you want to say that that's great, that's fine. And you start going Grease and Footloose.
But High School Musical isn't great if you're talking about Grease. If you're talking about Grease, if you're talking about Hairspray, if you're talking about Footloose, like High School Musical is nothing compared to these. Like,
what's the second? What is it?
Hairspray?
Hold up a second. We have Grease, we have Footloose, and we have Hairspray. Yeah. Oh my!
The household item trio.
My goodness gracious me! We need to have canola oil.
Oh gosh!
You know
Guitar strap.
Have you never seen Hairspray?
No, I've never seen Grease. I've never seen. Wow. I've now learned this.
Other than in the pan.
I've seen Grease in the pan. Come on down.
Like
Hairspray in the bathroom.
I've never seen these classics
What's
you
that
talk
thing
about.
People say it's like Grease ran so High School Musical could walk.
Hey, I think it's the opposite.
I didn't.
Is it the other way around?
I think it would be you walk.
You're gonna make a pun about Grease.
They usually. I wasn't going to actually. Usually they say something walked it so that the other thing can run.
That's what I was asking. So it's like Grease and Hairspray and Footloose walked so High School Musical could run.
How's Footloose walk with a Footloose?
Prosper, get
how's it do that?
One foot walking.
Do that?
Hopping. They're hopping.
Step on greasy Hairspray and start. How do you expect that?
Footloose hops.
Work.
So that
Grease, Hairspray, and Footloose. I've heard it all today, ladies and gentlemen. These things exist. Just been living under my nose.
Yep. Absolutely. Are we going to actually? Oh, this is great. This is the most fun I've had.
Yeah, sorry, I digress.
We've just digressed, and now we're
bring the ship back.
Regress? No, that's the wrong word.
Or progressing.
Progressing. That's the one. Yeah.
You know, for speaking of things that don't exist, I feel like this would be a good transition into your new segment.
That's a great point. And we'll get onto our other subjects later on. So my new segment is look, I have a few different names. So either what day is it, or make a day of it. Make a day of it sounds a bit better.
Okay.
Basically, special celebration days are cool, right? What do you think about special celebrations?
I've never had Thanksgiving, and to this day it eats at my soul. So I'd really like to celebrate Thanksgiving one time.
Right.
But like Christmas.
What about those obscure ones like National Girlfriend Day? What do you think about those types of ones?
Asking someone who doesn't have a girlfriend about National Girlfriend Day.
Well,
I think it's great.
National Pizza Day.
National Pizza Day is great.
Yeah.
I love National Pizza Day.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing, though, by the way.
Yeah.
National Pizza Day is a thing.
I think so. So this game, and I probably only really have one round because Esther and I were trying really hard to find a day that doesn't exist. But so one of these 3 days, maybe I'll put in a few more. Okay, we'll do 5 different days. Okay. Yes, Esther.
February 9th is National Pizza Day.
I'm on.
Oh, there you go.
February 9th.
So that's not one of the days that we're talking about. But okay. So one of these days is not real. Okay, it's not a real actual international.
You're gonna give me 3 options.
I'm gonna give you Four options.
4 options.
Yeah.
All right. Hit me.
Okay, so on the 29th of August was International Day Against Nuclear Tests. On the 6th of June...
That was Monday.
Yeah. On the 6th of June, it was National Cave Day. On the 2nd of August, it was National Colouring Book Day. And on the 4th of February, it was International Glow Stick Day.
Let me tell you something right now. I missed the first one.
Okay, so International Day Against Nuclear Tests, National Cave Day,
Yep.
National Colouring Book Day,
Yep.
and International Glow Stick Day.
And then you're asking me to say
Which one's
one isn't real.
fake?
Cave Day.
Nope.
Oh, damn. What? Is that the thing?
Yep.
What do you do?
I don't know.
What do you...
Don't laugh.
It's funny.
No,
It's the Cave Association, and I think it's I don't know.
no.
I looked it up.
It's
There's a few different things that
It's like I think when we looked it up, it's like a Hungarian holiday for their national landmarks for all the caves that they have.
Yep.
I know somebody from Hungary. I won't come at their nation. I think it's great. They got wonderful people. I just never heard of Cave Day before.
Do you want a second go?
So it's not Cave Day.
Yeah. So
You said there was glow
stick and
glow
Colouring
stick?
Book Day and International Day Against Nuclear Tests.
Okay. Nuclear test.
Are you saying that sounds real?
That's fake.
No.
No.
The fake one was Glow Stick Day.
Glow stick day.
Yeah. There's no such thing.
That sounds like a legitimate one.
Yeah. Because you have like Firework Day or whatever. It's like you
Hold
might
up.
have like a
Is there a reason that?
So there's
that's
a
not
National
thing?
Colouring Book Day, Prosper.
What do you do with that?
I don't know.
Can I? I'm gonna make. Okay, listen. I don't mean to be offensive. I mean this with all of my heart. I love everyone equally. You're all great people. God's made you His image. You're my brethren, sisters.
Yeah.
But what in the hell is National Coloring Book Day? What are you celebrating? What else isn't there to do in your day?
Color books in.
You do anything else?
Have you seen those adult
You can
colouring
garden.
books?
Adult coloring books.
Yeah, have you seen them?
I've
They
never
were
seen
a
those.
fad in like 2018.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure there's a statistic, but it's proven to help people with their mental health, like adult coloring books, because it's like soothing.
Yeah, like
So mind that
anxiety.
ease, yeah.
My question is, right? Okay, so it's not that these things are bad, but with 365, maybe
Potential
366.
Yeah.
You already got Christmas. Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The day before Christmas Eve. The day before Christmas Eve. You have Easter. Easter Saturday.
Yeah.
Easter Friday. The day before Easter Friday.
Yeah, and Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
You have like the whole Lent calendar and
You
stuff.
then have the Monday that follows Easter Sunday, which is a long weekend.
Queen's birthday.
Queen's birthday.
Labor Day.
Glow stick day. We just learned. Oh no,
It's not
fake.
that- it's not
fake.
real, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
cave day.
Cave Day, we learned was
Right.
real.
So
Yeah.
we've just gone through like 10 already.
So to give you some others that are real, and none of these are fake.
Sure.
So on the 3rd of August, it was Play Day in the UK, which is a day that celebrates play and its importance in children's development, which is interesting.
Sure.
This
Shouldn't
is
that be every day?
I mean, that's true. That's true. Every day,
Sure, it's like-
Play Day in every home.
There's nothing wrong with playing every day if you're a kid, right?
Yeah, true.
wouldn't
Every
that?
day is Play Day.
I protest that.
I love that.
No, fantastic.
The 9th of August, this is a pretty wholesome one, and it was International Day of the World's Indigenous People. I think that's pretty good.
The world.
pretty
Oh,
important.
yep. So
Yeah.
Native Americans.
Yeah,
Native
Indigenous
anywhere in Africa.
Australians,
Native
native
anywhere in
yeah.
Asia.
Asia, everywhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty important.
That's pretty cool.
We had World Humanitarian Day, recognizing and appreciating humanitarian workers worldwide on the 19th of August. These are just ones in this month. On the 23rd of August, it was the International Day for the remembrance of the abolition of the slave trade.
Oh. And just to add to that, because I forgot one, 24th of August in California is Kobe Bryant Day.
Really?
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah.
24th of August.
Oh.
Pretty great because he wore numbers 24 and 8.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
big time.
course.
Yeah, I think his birthday is like a few days after or before that. Don't quite remember.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, man. Many days. Are there any more?
That's all of the ones that I could find in August, but there might be others. Don't know. Yeah. So that's fun. What do you want to do with Deep That? Do you want to do that now, or are we gonna do that later?
I found this thing here and it's just got a bunch of facts. I thought I'd read them out to you.
Yeah.
Um,
Hit me with them. I'm
Okay.
keen.
This is deeper words, so I don't actually know how to say this. Okay. Tell me if you've heard this word. Mellifluous.
Nope. I have no idea what that means.
Mellifluous is a sound that is pleasingly smooth and musical to hear. So that's a word you use. So if you're playing...
So is that like a note? Or like...
I think it's anything that's...
The
pleasing.
sound of something.
Yeah, the sound of a thing.
That's nice.
Australia is wider than the moon.
Say what?
Australia.
Australia is wider.
This country we live in here.
So the width of Australia is wider than, I imagine, the surface.
The moon
area?
sits at 3,400 kilometers, and Australia...
Diameter or?
Yeah, diameter. And Australia sits at 4,000. We's a fat nation.
Pretty big. Bloody says something about bloody McDonald's.
Wow, you're coming at my people now. Everybody in Western Sydney, if you see Luke Smith...
Stop eating McDonald's. You're a fat nation.
He's coming at
because
you.
of it.
You're my brethren. Baby rabbits are called kits.
Kits.
Rabbits are delicious.
I've never had rabbit. Kits. I got to pick up the kits. You mean the kids? No, the kits. They're running all around the backyard.
18 years ago was 2004. Some of these numbers just kind of hit me like that. 18 years ago was 2004.
Yeah, my siblings were born in 2004.
18 years ago was 2004.
That's just a crime, really.
Ew.
Do you feel old yet?
I feel too old.
Yeah.
18, because if you ask me like, someone who's 18, like nowadays, when were they born? Oh, like 2000, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's very incorrect. 18, yeah, because I don't know. My reference point now for everything, for some reason, is the reference point I had when I was a kid. So let's say 07. So in 07, when I thought 10 years ago, I'm like, it's before my time.
Yeah.
Ancient.
Yeah.
You guys
before
are
I was
just
born. A few years
done,
before I was
whatever
born.
it is.
Yeah.
But then, no, it's like 10 years ago was...
2012.
Yo!
Because, like, if my reference point was like 10 years ago is 1995. Just like, yeah. Whatever. Oh, if something happened in the 90s, it was 10, 15 years ago. Yep. Nope. That
Perspective.
was 30 years ago. 1992 was 30.
I don't know this
years ago.
to be a fact, but it says it here. I say this in case this person finds it and intends to sue us.
Oh.
Which they won't.
Love it.
Kim Kardashian has a glam clause in her will.
A glam clause.
Glam clause.
Is that some shiny clause that are in her will?
It states that if she's ever in a position where she can't get ready herself, cannot communicate, right? Or she's unconscious, someone has to make sure her hair, nails, makeup are done right.
Is this like if she dies?
If she dies,
they have to do her hair and makeup.
It's not even
for like the funeral and stuff.
It's not even a death thing. It's inability to communicate.
Or
even be conscious.
It's in her will because of like if she like gets a stroke, has a stroke or something.
Sure.
Oh.
Does the will get activated then?
Yeah, I guess so. Because like you put in your will and testament as to like, this is what I like want to happen if I'm unable to make a decision at the time.
Sure.
Which I guess a brain injury would count as that.
An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. Now this one threw me off.
What?
This one.
How big is an ostrich's eye?
This messed me up, my friend. Because ostrich, you've seen the hairs. It's small.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty
a
small.
golf club. Maybe a bit bigger.
Plenty of room for brain in
but
there,
its
right?
eyes are massive.
Yeah, it's true.
You seen that? It's like little saucepans just walking around.
Oh my goodness.
Ostriches. Also, that's my favorite, if not second favorite bird.
Oh, fair enough.
I'll share that. That's all I have for deep that today. I thought I'd
fair enough. There's
teach you some knowledgeable things. Yeah, scientists.
Well, speaking of scientists, in science and technology news, this is very strange, right? You're gonna freak out. Well, maybe not freak out.
There's no way you'd have me freak out. Never.
Okay, never. You've never freaked out in your life.
In my life.
But here can be your first time. On the 3rd of August, scientists were able to bring cells of recently dead pigs back to life.
Hey.
So at Yale University, there were researchers. They did an experiment, and they were able to bring cells of recently dead pigs back to life.
Why are they doing that? What for?
Well, it said that there were huge implications for organ transplants and to help stroke sufferers. But there were some ethical questions over the definition of death.
Now you can't have pork because you're reviving a pig.
Yeah.
So
pretty weird, right?
There's some strange stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like some people like set up a business but really it's a drug front? I low-key feel like that is a front for seeing if they can bring dead human cells back to life.
Oh, absolutely.
They trying it out on other stuff.
Trying to do resurrection. Get some Lazarus Pit type stuff. That's like a comic book type of thing.
Do you think, right, and I don't mean this for everybody, and again, I love everybody and my brothers and sisters. I mean, I wish you well. But some of the people you meet will take these scientists.
The scientists.
I'm sure that normal human beings contributors to society.
Yeah.
But to have an idea like that, hey, like you have to pull somebody aside and say, hey, listen.
Let's try and bring stuff back from the dead.
We're going to bring back a pig to life. We're bringing it back. Whatever it is.
If someone came up to me and said that, I'm like, bro, have you heard of zombies?
I've been watching a lot of the zombie stuff. Digressing again. Yeah, well, like Jacob's
like Walking
got me
Dead, or
I tried watching Walking Dead. I thought I was past the phase of freaking out because I've watched a bunch of. No way, man.
Nah, the gore in that is next level. Because it's just like so like grimy. It's like this. Whoa.
But I've never gotten to a point where the grime has scared me off the show.
But like with a show like The Witcher or like even The Sandman, where like people are like cut apart and attacked and like blow up and whatever, or even The Boys, right? Yeah. People are dismembered in relatively normal ways, but they're still like they're dead after they get like dismembered. Whereas the zombies in The Walking Dead, they could have like an arm that's like way you're like that's not how arms work.
Dislocated.
They'll have like all their intestines hanging out, but they're walking up to you.
Dog, no, man.
It's just like next level, like, yeah.
It's just the idea of something that you can't kill and it's chasing you.
Yeah.
I had this thought the other day, right? I don't believe in zombies. None of that.
Don't think there'd be a thing, yeah.
But would you survive?
I've thought about it like when I've been in those like binge watching like The Walking Dead or whatever, I've thought about that. Like, what would I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I could survive, but honestly, I don't know if I could because we don't have any like guns here. You'd have to like grab a hammer and just like.
Oh, we have guns. They're illegal, but we got them.
Well, yeah, but it's like, how do you find it? No internet, no like nothing.
So this is the thing. It's like, no how resourceful would you be? I've told myself I've given my 30 days. If I die within 30, I give up then and there.
Okay.
But if I make it past 30, every day I'm soldier. I'm committing from that day that I'm never gonna die. I'm committing. But don't believe in zombies.
Nice.
But No,
Sorry, Esther.
Esther has something to say.
I digress again.
Yeah.
But isn't it so interesting? Like, just like the examples of shows you're having, completely irrelevant thought, but like how like desensitized we are to like death. Like The Boys, Sandman, Handmaid's Tales. Because if people talk about like, oh, that's such a good show, like that show's crazy, but like people die for an hour. We sit down for an hour and watch people die and people get really badly hurt. We're like, wow, that was amazing. That was such a good episode.
Are we sadistic? Esther,
Relax.
you and me.
Relax.
You said one show
Relax. It's not that deep. It's not like that.
The Handmaid's Tale has me on a hook.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Like on a tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
Luke,
bad.
Luke, do you have a show that just has you on a... It just has you.
I feel like The Boys is... Like what Handmaid's Tale is for me and Prosper is what The Boys is for you.
And Prosper.
Yeah, I like The Boys quite a lot.
I don't know if there's any shows that are like that because I'll just like go through phases of like I'm just gonna watch this thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna watch it through, but I feel like I don't really do too much of that because I spend most of my time like I've been listening to a podcast called Two in the Think Tank. They have like special episodes where they have like they come up with sketch ideas, but on their like 100th, 200th, 300th, they come up with 100 sketch ideas, 200, 300. So they go for like the 300th episode, which I'm listening to now, goes for like 18 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm just like slogging through that and listening to that. And so it's just like all these comedy ideas. So I'm kind of desensitized to their like
I get
thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they'll come up with like some pretty grotty like, oh, here's like a very like erotically based like
whatever
sketch.
it is, and
it's like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
right.
But yeah, I've been desensitized to that. But I don't really have any shows that are like, other than The Boys.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have anything that's like super.
So that's it. That's you would say that's your pastime then, like stuff like that, podcasts that are
listening to comedy podcasts and like it's so weird seeing the effect that it has on me too because I'm like I was at the shops like a few like 4 weeks ago, and I heard the register say to me, "Thank you for shopping at the Fresh Food People," and I was like, "The Fresh Food People? What if Woolworths opened a branch called the Flesh Food People?"
Oh, dog, you hit me with a text like that. It was like 1 a.m. This man, you got that text as well. He's like, "What if Woolies were to be called the Flesh Food People?" I'm like, what?
It's a cannibal friendly.
Where does that come from? The Flesh Food.
The Flesh Food People. I don't know. It's just like I'll hear something and be like, "But what if there was this?"
Yeah.
And it's just stupid ideas because that's the sort of like humor that they have.
No, it's good. Like you switched on to that, you know. But I don't know. For me, it's you know what though? I can't believe because I have an addiction. I have a confession. I have an addiction to sports. Like I think most of my day is
watching
scratch
sport.
that. Almost the entire day of me opening my phone is to
check
see
ESPN.
Dog, like right now, baseball, Premier League, NBA is coming back, NFL is coming back next week. This is prime time. Just every single hour. And then you tell me that there's like Handmaid's Tale in 2 weeks. So now I have sports. What am I going to do? But I'm going to give it all up. What did he say?
Sorry, no, I just realized. Not that this is a big deal with my acid listeners, but I have like a surgery in 2 weeks' time. I can binge Handmaid's Tale.
You can sit down.
In my surgery recovery.
Sit down.
Oh, my whole life has been made today.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Don't you just love it when people make revelations like that?
Yeah, it's great. Especially to be in the presence of such a...
Wow.
You see the joy when the revelation just like comes to their mind and they're like...
Brightened up. You're looking forward to it. Esther's now looking forward to September when she can just sit down. Like, oh, go to work? Nope. What are you doing? I'm sitting down watching season 5.
Jelly.
Yeah, because wisdom teeth.
Yeah. Are you gonna be? Oh yeah, you're gonna be on the. Can you please film that? Please.
I will. Have you ever had any wisdom teeth?
No, my wisdom teeth don't. They're fine. But I haven't had them taken out or nothing. But no, man. I want to. Oh, okay. I don't want to wish nothing on my life, but maybe just for the experience of it.
Have you ever had any surgery where you have to go into GA?
No, nothing like that. No.
Nothing.
God's blessed me. I've been healthy.
Oh.
Also terrified of doctors.
I think I've been under like twice.
You've been under twice?
I had my crowns done.
Okay.
My teeth, and then I had my wisdom teeth taken out when I was like 18.
That would have hurt. Oh, no, you were under.
I was under GA. General anesthetic. Yeah. So it wouldn't hurt.
Sorry, I have another question for you guys. Speaking of scenarios you think you survived, and so today, no, I can't tell this story.
Why?
So basically today, somebody at my work recently just got out of prison.
Okay.
So we were having a conversation at lunch like...
A customer,
not a worker. I'm an event coordinator, so this whole story is just a mess.
She's not a prison warden. Nothing.
Do you guys think you would survive in prison in Australia in a cute little green jumpsuit?
No freaking way.
Why?
Hell no.
You don't think you're resourceful or charming enough?
No, dog. It's a there is just hierarchy.
Yeah. I'm like the skinny kid. It's just like they'd look at me and be like, "Oh, fresh meat. Let's beat him up."
I would talk out of turn one day and wake up sliced open.
Upset the gang boss.
Upset the big dude.
Yeah.
Dude, no thank you, man.
Prison yard rules. Fight the biggest guy.
Geez. Try to stick to my own little corner.
Because I always wonder, I always wonder if like male prisons are like less intense than girl prisons, just because girls are like vicious, you know?
Yeah, like Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, no,
like in that sense, like prison's prison. It's bad either way, but like I just wonder the dynamics. Like I just want to spend one day in a prison. I just want to see what they get up to. I just want to see.
You and me, I don't even care if I never see inside a prison. I'm happy in my own little bubble.
Yeah, me too.
It scares
I'm
me,
all good.
It doesn't scare you, Esther?
Nah.
Sheesh.
I watch like those documentaries like World's Strictest Prisons or like Scared Straight. Like to me that's so fascinating. Like first of all, why are you in here? When you come out, are you actually a changed person? You're gonna come and just start messing up all over again.
Well, the idea was that they're correctional facilities, but they just don't turn out to be that way. They just turn out to be a place where I get free food, and I'm not saying this about every prisoner, but this is how a lot of people might take it. It's like, all right, free food, free housing, get to go to the gym twice a day or once a day or whatever.
What kind of Swedish prison is
get
this?
TV, but then you come out to the real world, you have to work, pay rent, pay taxes.
It becomes a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
You're familiar with that cycle.
And like even in the prison, like I know of someone who went to prison 25 years time.
Right.
Like he went in when he was 25 and he came out like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And he came out and he owns a Lamborghini.
Come on.
And lives in like one of the most, well, I would say one of the most well-off apartments you can live in.
Don't ask questions. That's the snitches get stitches. Don't ask questions.
And when he got out, now he's a citizen of Dubai.
Come on. My man's...
Gotta crime.
Listen.
You gotta climb the crime ladder.
Listen. This man has just been resourceful, and it's got nothing to do with us. How he spent his time and money to invest into
none of our business,
into assets that would then
he's probably doing a lot of business,
yield good return. That's good for him. It's none of my business.
Multi-white level stuff. Wow, we've gone off track a bit.
Talk about prison.
It's all right, prison. Look, there's so much in science that I wanted to talk about, but here's one that'll blow your mind.
Okay.
Right. Scientists used a laser to discover a second dimension of time.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
So there's you know the phases of matter. You have like a solid, you have a liquid, you have a gas, you have plasma, right?
Sure. Yeah.
They were trying to find a new phase of matter, and they created a new phase of matter by using lasers to rhythmically jiggle a strand of 10 ytterbium ions, which is the 70th element. And they found out that it's able to store information on on a quantum computer in a way that doesn't create as many errors that can like stop there being like garbled information, because basically like a quantum computer can process things faster because they can have like quantum entanglement. But if there's other things around, they can like entangle with non-computer things, and then just like the information in the computer is pointless.
Yeah, right.
Because everything gets all muddled up. But they weren't even trying to find that, and they ended up finding like some.
We're gonna get nerdy, man. What does that have to do with? Do you remember the double slit experiment?
Yeah.
Where the observer is present, and so light becomes a particle or a wave.
Yeah. So once it becomes observed, it like there's a quantum collapse or something, and then everything, like it either goes on or off. So that's how quantum computers work. Is that there's quantum entanglement, and they're both on and off. Whereas in a normal computer, your signal is either on and off. And then once you have an observer, then there's a quantum collapse, and then it becomes on or off. But it means that because they can be both on and off, and they can entangle with other quantum like entanglement particles of the computer, they can like process things faster than like transferring something through a wire. I think that's sort of how it works.
Sure. I couldn't tell you. But scientists, I couldn't tell you.
It's such a like mind-boggling thing.
I want to be able to speak to someone about that stuff one day. Have you ever had those conversations with extremely intelligent people, and they're on like the 5th level of discussing?
I'm waiting for that conversation. I've never had those types of conversations. The closest I get is reading these articles where they're like trying to find another phase, because they weren't even looking for something to help them with quantum data storage. They were trying to find a new phase of matter.
And then they found second dimension of time.
A second dimension of time. They were
can you describe that second dimension of time?
So
a second dimension. Let me just see.
So they fired a Fibonacci laser pulse at atoms inside a quantum computer.
Look at that.
And they created a completely new, strange phase of matter that behaves as if it has 2 dimensions of time. So,
what?
The inclusion of a theoretical extra time dimension is a completely different way of thinking about phases of matter.
You know what, man?
So
I respect them.
I don't know what it means, but
I respect the effort. I respect them contributing to society. God bless them. What country are they from?
I actually don't know where it was.
God bless them. God bless their family.
Yeah.
God bless the
Pretty
USA.
weird, right?
I mean, look, it's good for them. I'll be completely honest with you. This is that stuff that when I hear about, I'm like, why? Remember like 10 years ago? I was still in school, and we woke up in the morning, and like I used to watch, I think it was Sunrise or whatever.
Yes.
And then
the Higgs boson.
Yeah. They talked about last night somebody could have ended the whole Earth. Like, what? What do you mean? They were playing around with some, I don't know, machine, like a
Hadron Collider or something, or
okay, yeah, whatever it was. I don't know. I'm 10 or however old I am.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known. Yeah,
they're like, oh yeah, they're about to recreate the Big Bang. What is that? What?
How do you do that?
But it's just that stuff that makes me think. I'm like, all right, some people really want us dead. I like you and me, Esther. We're not sitting in our room and then thinking, okay, let's recreate some of the biggest cosmic events of all time. Let's
make a really risky scientific experiment.
I'm trying to see if I can watch a movie, trying to plan my next holiday, play a little 8-ball cue. You know what I'm saying? These guys are saying, no, everybody dead.
It's ridiculous.
Different minds, man.
There was to bring us back down to earth to some things that we can fathom a bit better.
Yes.
This is actually pretty cool. There was some lab-made cartilage gel based on synthetic hydrogel composite, and it was found to have a greater strength and wear resistance than our natural cartilage, which could be used to enable like durable resurfacing of damaged articulating joints. So like if someone's had like a cartilage injury where they've like ruined the knee or their
torn it,
whatever, like whatever it may be, they can sort of put this like hydrogel composite on it to like restore strength to that joint.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty good. Like,
yeah, like to develop stuff like that. But it's again, just stuff I don't understand. You know, how you develop something like that.
And another one was that there were more pig stuff. It's weird.
Oh.
They bioengineered a cornea that was made from pig skin, and it actually worked to like restore vision to blind people.
Well, apparently pigs have like the closest skin to us.
Right. Okay.
So it's like when they're testing stuff, it's easiest to test it on pigs.
Yeah.
Because it's most like how human skin's gonna react.
Fair enough.
I think I saw that on Mythbusters.
Probably. Mythbusters was a different show. Like,
different show.
Couldn't do it today.
You don't think so?
You probably could.
Yeah. No,
but
you're
like,
right though.
It's just like if you tried to do it today, it's like, oh, this isn't as good as the original.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like when they redid Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
You try to show your nephews like, all right, it's like, Ian, Ivan, you're about to witness some of the best. Then you put it on. Bob the Builder's skinny now. He's tall.
Yeah.
Normal size head.
Weird looking guy.
What
do you think, Esther, about the Bob the Builder?
That reminds me of when they redid VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When like the new VeggieTales now, I was like, what the heck?
They're not shiny. They're like mattified and they're singing different. I don't know what they're doing.
They're so different.
That's not VeggieTales. That's Aldi VeggieTales. I want the Woolworths.
I want the Woolworths VeggieTales.
Kohl's VeggieTales.
Costco.
The Costco. Give me no IGA. That's not what I'm after.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I say we move on.
Sure.
To some entertainment stuff, movies, TV. Oh. What have you been watching, Prosper? What have you been loving?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, we watched The Sandman. Very conflicted by that show, but man, it was great. By Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman. And he... Was he the writer of American Gods or director?
He wrote the book. He wrote Good Omens, the book of Good Omens. He wrote the book American Gods.
Yeah.
He wrote the Sandman comics.
I see. So the artistic vision that came through on Amazon Prime was somebody else, but it was like an interpretation.
I think he produced on it.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure he produced on all of them. Because even the casting... Neil Gaiman had some sort of like
say in it and stuff like that.
Say in it because he had an interview with Tom Sturridge about the casting process.
Yeah, so he was story writer, producer, and original visionary.
Yeah, but I've been hearing that it's like very close to what the comics were. Which is like pretty
which is
cool.
great, man. Because I haven't watched Good Omens, but American Gods, that's a very different show. Very different concept. Didn't know they had books.
Well, I recently watched Good Omens.
Oh yeah.
I didn't finish it. I was on like the second last episode.
Yeah,
that was a good show.
Really?
Like I liked it. At first, I was sort of convicted. I'm like, they've got like a weird spin on like angels and demons and all this sort of stuff. But I was like, I was just like, let me like suspend my disbelief and put myself into the world of this and like put aside my biases of like I'm a Christian and I believe certain things about this type of stuff. This is a fantasy realm where they have their own set of rules.
Yeah.
And like it was fun. Like it was really like upbeat and funny and like I really liked the humor in it.
Yeah, right.
But very different, similar like themes in terms of like the gods and the endless and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. But
the tone was very...
It's not the same universe. It's definitely the same writer, but it's not... Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, like he does have a lot of the same sort of like...
That's also funny.
Background stuff.
That's out here.
He likes mythology. Neil Gaiman's written like a book about like Norse mythology and Greek mythology. Like
I find that stuff interesting as well, but like from a narrative standpoint, like I would like to retell some of those stories. That's like you were laughing. hard right now.
Sorry, this is so irrelevant, and not to interrupt your.
Yeah.
But so, like I said, I'm an event coordinator, and I send a lot of emails. And over the last couple of weeks, I've got people like spelling my name in the weirdest ways.
Dang.
Like I don't know if it's my accent or if I talk too fast, because I've been told that I talk too fast. But someone just sent me a meme about like spelling your name wrong in an email, and that just made me giggle. But someone called me Astrid the other day.
No,
I got Estelle. Someone's like, "Oh, thank you so much, Estelle."
Astrid. That's awesome, man.
My first name. Today I was on the phone and I was like booking an appointment, and she was like, "Thank you so much, Adida."
Oh no, that there. I'm throwing hands. Adidas.
She named you after the shoes.
I thought you was Adidas'
She's like,
cousin.
Thank you so much, Adida.
Yeah.
Or they'll spell Esther like ESTA.
Oh no.
ESTER. ESHTER.
That's established it. Yeah. Okay.
Astrid.
I've gotten Prophet, Precious.
Wow.
Prophet, Precious. Those are like the main two that I usually get.
As a businessman, Prophet's probably what you want to be called, mate.
Yeah, true, but it's not my name.
You get Luke.
I just get Lee.
No, it must be nice.
I forgot. Never mind.
Do you sometimes get Lucas?
Oh, sometimes
I used to
people
call him
ask me
Lucas.
if it's Lucas.
Well, I call him Lucas, but it's not his government name.
When I first got to know Esther, I had done chemistry in high school.
Yeah.
And there's, like the chemicals that make banana lollies taste like banana, and like just the chemicals that make things smell or taste the way that they do.
I'll say
They're called esters. But it's ESTER.
Oh.
And so I made the joke that she was Esther, and then I like looked up a name of an ester, and I put that, like it was like methyl hydrate
it had its
oxide
name.
something. Yeah, and I put that as her nickname in my phone.
Yeah.
But she just thought I was just misspelling her name.
Oh, look at that. On a side note, the consultant for Jada and Will Smith was Esther. I remember because I was watching the video. I was so bad. Dude, when that stuff was going on, I was very bad, because there was that moment that Jada was filming Will. It was very serious, but I thought she was just drunk or something. She was like, Esther, come and help us, Esther. Come and get your man. He's losing his mind. Esther, we need intervention. I thought she was trying to say Esther.
No. Oh, interesting.
Butchered
So
it.
anyway, Sandman.
We're digressing.
The Sandman.
Sandman was good. Look, I've been wanting to ask you about this because I know we've talked about it. She's one of my favorite superheroes of all time. Her and Wonder Woman. And maybe it's because of that I haven't put on an objective lens when watching her show. Watched her another episode today. Thought it was fine.
You're talking about Batgirl.
No, not Batgirl. I don't know who that is. Don't know her government name. Don't know who she lived. Don't know where her.
There's a Batgirl show.
I'm sure.
Anyways, yeah.
Today we'll find out.
Yeah. So your favorite female superhero.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
I watched it with my sister today, and like,
what did Puri think of it?
Two different moods, man.
Yeah.
And Puri's like the type that'll comment on everything. Like if
something's bad, she'll be like, "That's bad."
Yeah, but like it only comes out around people that she's like, if she's comfortable enough to tell you the truth, right? Okay. So usually it's like her friend. She'll just be direct because it's either a good thing or a bad thing. She doesn't know any other way. She's just this or that.
Blunt.
She's blunt to the T. But it's fine. So I'm there. Yeah. I'm watching. I'm like, Piri, come watch the show. Comes in, sits down, and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What is this? Like, what is this? This is so bad. This CGI. Why is she walking around like that? She looks so fake."
Fair enough.
I'm like, okay, yeah, just watch the show. Is she a lawyer? Oh, she's not a very good one. She representing a criminal. Abomination? Then she said in her African accent, like, abomination, which is like there's a Nollywood movie. It's like a meme.
Oh my God.
Esther knows what I'm talking about. Where the guy's like, I bought me that short. And yeah, dog, she just crucified that show. But no, man, I like She-Hulk. I don't know what to tell you. Her, Wonder Woman, only 2 female superheroes I like. Everybody else, gone, dead to me.
I think when like the pilot episode for She-Hulk came out, like I think you messaged Luke and you're like, "Oh, that was the best pilot I've ever seen in my entire life." And then me and Luke got excited. We're like, "Yeah, we'll watch it."
Yeah,
that was the worst pilot I've ever seen in my entire life.
So maybe it's just, is it me? Do I lack objectivity because it's She-Hulk?
Episode 2 was maybe slightly better, but I wasn't like, wow, I love this Marvel series. I can't wait to see her in a movie. If she gets a movie, I will personally sue Marvel.
Damn. Personally.
Welcome to Esther Clement.
Another person who we know who's just
exaggerates things sometimes. Guys, just,
will not be pursuing any litigation.
No litigation
against the Marvel Cinematic Universe or its patrons or affiliates. The quarterly report wants no business.
We're not trying to sue Marvel. They can keep doing their thing. Marvel.
How many millions it will cost to sue
millions
Marvel?
In legal fees.
They just hold us out.
They'll just be like, yep, okay.
Right, 2025. Damn.
Come to a settlement.
Yeah.
We'll pay you $1 to give up this case.
I'll tell you what. All right.
Yeah, I thought She-Hulk. Look, after talking to Dylan, he gave some insight into it, and I was like, yeah, you're right, because what he said was like, she didn't say, oh, like, I'm so much better than you and all this sort of stuff. She literally just said like, I know how to control my anger. And he also said that in the comics, She-Hulk is pretty much instantly able to control her Hulk form.
Yep.
And you find out that the Hulk actually has dissociative identity disorder, and that's why he turns into
a raging monster.
Yeah, raging monster when he transforms, is because he has an actual like mental illness, whereas she doesn't have that. And so like the fact that she's so different isn't because like she's a woman and women are just so much better, but it's like, and like maybe they are, but like it's just simply because he's got something that he had to deal with and she didn't have that experience.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh yeah, like that makes sense. But I think the first episode just felt like nothing really happened.
Yeah.
There was nothing for me to like invest in. I was like, okay, she's in a car crash, but I know that she's the main character, so she's going to be fine.
Yep.
And then like the way that the blood transferred, I was like, why don't you just do the comics where she needs a blood transfusion and then he gives her a sample of his blood?
Well, like, that technically happened, right?
It technically did, but it
wasn't how
she didn't go to hospital. They didn't like find out in some weird way. You find out straight away, she's a Hulk now.
Yeah.
It's like, rather than, we need type O blood and he's the only person who can donate type O blood because it's an emergency, and then he donates it, and then like there's a mystery. Like there was no mystery to it. It was like everything was super predictable.
So I think the follow-up question would be, right? So I've watched whatever the original show was in the 90s, the Hulk one.
Yeah.
And how it happened there isn't so different from how it happened in
really?
Not to say the car crash, but like Bruce Banner was just resourceful in trying to get the blood out of his body into Jen. Like they didn't go, I don't think they went to a hospital or anything like that.
Right.
So it was just like an impromptu blood transfusion.
Okay.
And in this case, it was just one of those, she cut her arm on the door or whatever, and she ended up becoming She-Hulk. But the question was going to be, A, should these shows be origin stories? Actually, no, let's leave it at that. Should the shows be origin stories?
I think that if you're going to do an origin story in a show, it needs to be more than just an origin story, because in like you look at your older like superhero TV shows, and
I didn't like them.
Well, but like their origin would happen in the first episode, and then the second episode they start like doing their stuff. The third episode, like each episode is its own villain, its own like arc.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Or maybe 2 episode arcs, right? Whereas Marvel TV shows, it could be like a 45-minute, hour-long episode, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Because but wait, it gets better on the third episode. It's like, what happened to having story arcs? Why not just make a movie?
Well, so that's the thing, right? Like, because all the CW shows, if you remember them, in my opinion, excuse me, in my opinion, they did really good at the start. Then they plateaued.
Right.
Like, they didn't peak or anything like that. Like, they just kind of stopped at a certain point. The Marvel shows seem to get better by like episode 5 or 6.
Yeah. But then that's the last episode, and it's like, okay, so now, like, I've had this fun in this last episode, but now I have to wait until the next season.
Should they do shows? Because like I remember the best show they've done, if you ask me, is Loki, maybe.
I think
WandaVision's first 2 episodes were slow. I borderline said they sucked.
I think
nothing happened.
I think I found the WandaVision episode, the first 2 episodes of WandaVision, to be quite fun because it was something different.
Did you enjoy it?
But now that all the shows, all of the like newer shows have just been like a drag at the start. Whereas that one being like no action at the start, I thought it was like, oh, it's like, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And then it like slowly unfolds. But it's only a certain genre that you can do that with. You can't just have everything slowly unfold, because a lawyer show needs to be snap, snap, snap. Like, here's the case, here's the thing, they solved the case, here's the next one, here's the next client, here's what she's doing. And it's like, it felt like the first episode was like, okay, she said it's a lawyer show, but the whole episode was like, here's how I did this, and now I'm at the resort, and I do all these things, and the training montage, I don't learn anything because I already can do it perfectly.
It's like in silos, these episodes don't make sense. Like, we're watching them once a week, obviously, and so it's like we're getting pieces of what we hope to be gems. Like stuff that we can string together, piece together, and say, oh, this is where the MCU's headed. None of that's...
It's like someone says, like, it's like your parents come home and they're like, hey Prosper, we got you a really fun toy. It's a puzzle, but we're going to give you one piece every week. And they give you the first week and you're like, the piece, and you're like,
what is this? What am I to do? What's this one? Is that an egg?
Is that a rat?
What is it?
What? I can't. Is it an animal? Like what?
Collar?
And then you get the next piece, and you're like,
okay,
oh, it's like a cat ear.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like a cat in this.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then by the last week, you're like, oh, I finally put the puzzle together.
Yeah.
But now there's no fun to it.
Should we wait, instead of watching these shows week to week? Should we wait till the end of the season and watch them back to back to back?
I feel like that's probably better.
But I feel like I'd still hate it.
I think I just preferred the way that like the Sandman did it, where you have a 2-episode arc. Like you have John, and then John's gone, and then he's found the ruby. Now we rebuild. Yeah. And then it's like something completely different. It's like, wait, what happened to rebuilding?
A mini movie, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched Yellowstone?
I haven't. I need to watch.
Dog. To this day, okay, look, Handmaid's Tale it takes the cake, but I have to almost say Yellowstone is just as good as Handmaid's Tale. For me, it covers all the themes I love, man. You own a ranch and somewhere, and people are trying to take your land away. You just fight like hell to keep it. So I like that show. But yeah, man, that show was amazing. But the first 2 episodes were like an hour and a half each. They were movies in like by themselves. Marvel maybe could look at that. Budget cuts.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, I just don't understand why they do shows if they could just, like, with that budget, just do a movie. Because you're doing 6 hours of content, 6 hours of CGI, 6 hours of, like, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Why not just have a 2-hour movie?
To be fair, there's, like, a lot of moving pieces as well. Like, Kevin Feige can only do so much before, like, you know, the story writer comes in, the director comes in, and the writers come in, and they start giving their input. Yeah. And then the vision just ends up it just ends up being a compromised vision of what originally you had in mind. If it's good enough, I'm like, all right, cool.
You know what it also could be is that like they don't have necessarily the budget to be like, we're going to release a movie every 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like, because the amount of shows that have come out, it's probably like 5 or 6 in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And then there's also been like 4 movies or so.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's heaps of stuff.
Well, it's also just like they've made shows to justify having something like Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like Disney Plus would have been okay, but now it's like the UVP, like the value proposition is you get all these shows and Marvel Originals.
And they bought like Hulu, so you have like Disney Star in Australia and other countries that aren't America.
Yep. And so you don't want to miss out. You don't want, I need to find out what's happening in the MCU.
There's a show on Hulu. There's like Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
There's a show called Solar Opposites, which is cartoon that people watch. And
there you go.
There's all this sort of
So it's like a good revenue building kind of thing, but it feels like there's some, and I don't mean it disrespectfully because I generally, these people work hard, but there's a neglect in the quality of show that's being released, or the story, that's being told. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've lost my mind. I'm getting old.
I think they just need to pump out content. Like, maybe what if they're realizing like the amount of money that they're making from these streaming services versus how much it costs to produce the content is just not adding up.
Oh, you reckon?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Because Netflix has had to cut a whole bunch of stuff and raise their prices and do all these.
But Netflix was raising their prices before.
Well, yeah. But they've had to like cut so many shows and like take off like animated shows, and they've had like records of like really mistreating their animation stuff, being like, oh, hurry up and do your thing. It's like,
well, it doesn't help,
really
right?
bad.
Like you make stinkers, you raise the price of your thing, and you threaten to remove the reason why people have Netflix. It's like the idea to share it amongst as many people. Yeah. And you're like, well, now we're going to get rid of all of that, and we're going to make it more expensive.
Yeah.
And we're going to pump out shows that you don't even ask for. It's like, oh, yeah, I'll definitely pay $22 a month.
I didn't ask for Cleo and Cookine.
Right? That's why, what is that?
It's a kid's show. It's a kid's show. Anyway,
Amazon
not
Prime.
Even gonna go on that.
I defend it to this day. Amazon Prime is the best streaming service over Disney, over all of them. I like Amazon Prime better than all of them. For, what is it, $3 a month, you can get that. Or for $7, you get Amazon Prime delivery and the show. Dog. Fair. It's like, what? Yeah. Amazon Prime's amazing. I love it.
Dude. So just to like sort of recap all of the things that came up came on over this this month. So the TV shows that came out included The Sandman on Netflix.
Okay.
We watched that.
Yeah.
I Am Groot on Disney Plus. Did you watch that? It's just a bunch of shorts.
I watched the first one.
Yeah.
Didn't understand. Never really liked Groot.
Yeah, it's just
didn't care for him.
It's just a nothing.
Yeah.
It's not really. There was Bluey season 3. That came out, kids animation. There's a docuseries on Netflix called I Just Killed My Dad.
Huh.
I don't know what that's about, but that sounds interesting.
It's on my list.
It's on your list?
Actually looks really good.
Oh, yeah?
What do they talk about?
Do you know what it was about?
It's a documentary. So this kid in America, like it's kind of like Perfect American Family. Okay. Like none of their neighbors knew anything was wrong, but I think either his dad or his stepdad was like super abusive.
Yeah.
And then one day he killed him because it got too much. Then he calls the police and he goes and like 911, what's your emergency? He's like, I just killed my dad, and I think someone needs to come check it out. But it's like the whole documentary is like how everyone thought his dad was like this good guy, like big part of the community, but really he was like a nutter.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah,
that's like that.
That actually sounds pretty.
And the debate is like, is the kid in the wrong or was he
right?
Yeah, that's like what it is.
Have you guys seen that? I know you were gonna wrap up. I saw this thing on ABC about these girls who lived in this house and they weren't allowed out of the house after a certain age.
No, I haven't seen that.
They went to school. I'm going to find the link and I'm going to send it to you. They went to school up until the oldest one. She's the one who kind of went to school the longest. She was in like first grade. The rest of them pre-K, kindy, whatever. Then they disappeared. There was 3 of them. They disappeared for God knows how long. This scene opens up cop's body cam, and then this girl's running like frantic, you know what I mean? And then she doesn't speak English. She speaks English well, but not right.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yes, like she knows her words, but she doesn't speak it like in a.
The grammar is wrong. It's nothing like how people usually talk. It's just weird. Yeah. But obviously, she's only seen it from the outside world and stuff like that. When the family's gone on vacations, the parents were like nutters who kept them in the house. After a certain time, they chained them up. Kept them in their bedrooms. House was nasty.
And there's a lot of kids, right?
God.
This one was only 3 kids.
3 kids.
Yeah, 3 kids. And then one of them manages to escape because she frequently snuck out.
Oh.
Never talked to anybody because she was afraid. She sneaks out one day. And then she knows like her parents won't be looking there, but she knows that they'll be looking for her. Right. She finds a cop because she stole her mom's phone.
Oh my gosh!
And she's like freaking out. She's like, "What do I do? This and that, this and that." Dude, I was watching that whole thing. It's on ABC on their YouTube channel. Called? I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah, true. So some more shows. Digress. Yeah. Yep. So we have some more shows. But I just wanted to. Did you know that they have shows on Netflix that are based on games? Did you know about that? Yeah. So you have Dota, Dragon's Blood, season 3.
Dude.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Really?
Freaking love that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's sorry.
Defense of the Ancients.
Sorry.
What? Sorry. I would never
freaking love that show.
Have you seen Arcane?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that it was
this League of Legends.
Yeah, I didn't.
So Dota, Dragon's Blood is about Defense of the Ancients. Dota 2. There's a Tekken Bloodline movie show as well. I was like, but I saw these and I was like, why are they making so many like shows about games? Yeah, I'm yet to watch Arcane. I've heard lots of good things about that. So Dota, Dragon's Blood, you recommend it? That
show, my friend. Doug, I don't know, maybe again this is a two-taste kind of thing. I loved it.
Right.
I loved it, man. And season 3 just came out a few days ago. Watched it all in one sitting. I think it's just one, like it's different. I like watching, like I grew up on, let's say, cartoons and animated stuff, not anime.
Right.
So watching that stuff.
Yeah, it's sort of like 3D animation sort of.
Yeah, but it's sort of realistic. So when I see it, I'm like, oh man, this is it. Like this is how you give animation to adults.
Because there was those Pacific Rim animations as well. That I saw those on the.
Are they good?
I haven't seen them.
Right.
I saw it and I put it on my list. I have like a massive list.
This is like cartoon. It's Avatar, Last Airbender kind of style, but a bit more sophisticated. But yeah, it's like it's not the corny anime. This just works. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mature in a way. Like it's sort of like tasteful and has some plot to it and some story.
The story is interesting. The character development. I connect with it a lot easier than I would with anything else.
But fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So some others there was a new Walking Dead spin-off. Obviously, She-Hulk.
Yeah.
There was a third season of the He-Man reboot.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe.
Watch that as well.
Yeah.
Third season. Already.
Third season.
It's come out.
I think so.
Damn.
Said it was coming out in August. DC's Stargirl season 3. That's another CW DC thing. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good. Game of Thrones House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Haven't seen Game of Thrones, so wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah,
those are some of the shows that have come out, and then some of the movies that came out in August were Bullet Train, Nope, Beast, 3,000 Years of Longing, Prey. Did you watch Prey?
I've watched
Prey. Oh, that was a good movie.
I like that one. Prey. Yeah, okay, let's sing this one. Prey, my friend. I didn't expect to like it, but you know me, I see the cinematics.
Yeah,
America. I was like, this is it.
Absolutely, it was great.
It, man.
Amber
Did you like
Mid-Thunder, she's great.
Yeah, Amber Mid-Thunder.
Yeah, I never knew about her. Like, I was like, man.
I think I'm in love. I kid you not, man. I think I'm in love. I was watching that and she was kicking ass. I'm like, what? What is this feeling I have? What is that? Stop. Anyway, she was great. Amber Mid-Thunder. You were great in that movie. Props to you.
Shout out to Amber Mid-Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, she absolutely whooped ass. Like, she was just, like, collecting that predator. Like, she used her strategies and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked how it was such a, like, for a movie that is so quiet, the silence was so loud.
The silence was exactly.
Oh, mate. Because, like, I first tried to watch it just listening to the thing, and I put on, like, the audio description because I was like doing something else.
Yeah,
I think I was, like, doing some work or something. I don't remember. And it was when I was driving as well. And it just didn't do it for me.
No.
But then, like, I was like, okay, this seems like a movie where I need to just sit and just watch the movie and just have no, like, distractions.
Correct.
I watch it, I'm like, bro,
correct, my friend. You watch it and you're like, oh my gosh, like this? I didn't know what it was about at first because it's like, you don't expect alien. And when you see him, you don't know where he comes from because I've never watched Predator.
Yeah.
So, but like, what I mean is when you watch it, you don't expect you're going to be moving from Native American landscape to alien encounter.
To alien encounters, yeah.
It's like, what? But it worked, man.
Oh, it worked. Because it's like, there's that really high stakes.
Yes.
Of like, in your like original Predator.
Yeah.
There was like, they're just regular people.
Yep.
Maybe one guy's army. And it's like, pretty sure that's where the line "get to the chopper" comes from.
Yeah. I've never watched Predator. So
I haven't seen it either, but I've like watched how it should have ended for it. And like the basic premise that you find out at the end of the movie is that if you're not holding a weapon, if you're not a threat, then you don't get attacked by the predator. And so, like, the way that she figures that out and stuff, I loved that. That was great.
I love that you see her character development as well.
Yeah.
She gets put in some sticky situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're like, how does this even help us? Like, what are we watching here?
Yeah.
Actually, you don't really...
You see her learn, and then you see the ending, and it all culminates into like, oh my gosh, this has been a process of her learning every step of the way.
That's why she did that. That's why. And when she was warning her tribe, and they didn't understand, and it's like, yeah.
And she comes back with the green glowing blood.
Jeez, like, dude, I'm telling you, I fell in love, man. I don't know what it was. Amber I've never seen her. I never saw anything. I was like, dog.
Maybe it's just like people being a badass. It's just like
100%
attractive.
Oh, 100%. And if she's smart. If she can read, like if you ever
Prosper, I'll tell you something that you're really gonna like.
Tell me.
I think she's like 23, 24.
Come on. You think I have a chance?
Age rate.
You think I have a chance?
Yeah.
I just gotta make it to Hollywood.
Make it to Hollywood. Yeah.
Sell my soul.
Send in a DM.
Yeah.
At one of the.
I'll tell you what. Here's my vow to you. Here's my vow to you. If I ever get plus 50,000 subscribers, it's never something I've aspired for. It's never nothing. But if I ever get plus 50,000 subscribers, so how many subscribers do I have now? Oh, jeez.
Do you have like at least 1,000?
No. I'm on 511.
511.
So if I get 100 times what I have now.
Yeah.
I'm going to send.
You're going to send Amber?
I don't know. Amber? What if I'm done with her by then?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Never know. But I'm going to send a celebrity a DM.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Shoot your shot.
Very nice. Some other movies. Easter Sunday. Haven't watched it. Bodies. Haven't watched it. I Love My Dad. Haven't watched that. Dawn. Secret Headquarters. Day Shift. Have you seen Day Shift?
No.
I watched Day Shift the other day.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Dave Franco.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Good.
It was a fun movie.
Okay.
Like, it's not one that requires a lot of thought. But if you want a fun movie, you're like, it's a Saturday and
grown-ups vibe or?
Yeah, it's like it's vampires.
Okay.
But it's like Jamie Foxx is a divorced dad.
Yeah.
and he's just trying to make it through.
Yeah.
And this is in a world where vampires are real, but there's like a market for their teeth because that's the thing that they can't survive without. I don't know why there's a market for their teeth, but you can sell their fangs. And so it opens with him pretending he's a pool cleaner. That's his front.
Yeah.
And then he goes in and kills this lady. He's like, this is an elder. I'm going to get so much money for this. He brings it in and they're like, it's not an elder because it's 10 years too young. So sorry, we're going to give you like not enough money. And he's like, oh, but I need the money. But you find out he's been kicked out from like the vampire hunting union because he's broken the rules so many times that like they're just like done with him.
Now we're done with you.
But then he calls up his mate Jay, Snoop Dogg, who's like apparently a big shot in the vampire hunting business.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
And he represents him and he's like, hey, let's give him one more chance. That's what happens, you know?
Yeah?
That's the opening to the movie. It's fun. Yeah.
I'm taking myself to watch Top Gun tomorrow. I've decided. I'm like, you know what? I'm free.
Yeah.
I have the twins in the afternoon.
Dude,
but before that, do a little bit of work.
Heard a lot of good things about that one.
I'm hoping so, man. Like, I hate when movies get hyped up because I put everything aside to watch a movie. And if your movie sucks, I feel like I was bamboozled. I don't go on my phone. I don't do anything. I just watch the movie. So if this movie sucks, everybody lied.
Yeah,
everybody. I trust no one.
So, some other movies just to finish up our movie part. There's Samaritan on Amazon Prime. Have you seen the ads for this?
Sly.
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. And the kid from Umbrella Academy, Stewart, I think his name is. I don't know.
Watch that show for a bit.
Yeah. Season 3. Yeah. I watched a little bit of it.
Good.
It wasn't that interesting, but it's like it opens with like a very Avatar style, like many years ago this happened and now they're dead and now we're lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
You don't rate it from the sounds of it.
It's just a movie, you know.
Okay.
Me Time. I watched Me Time. It's Kevin Hart. It's
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I'm offended you watched that without me.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Put that in my list waiting for
Esther says she's offended.
Sorry.
Is that
just
a thing?
watched it.
Do you guys have to watch these movies together?
No, there's just some of them where it's like
you have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Lucas
I
apologizes.
I didn't know. Yeah, so sorry, we didn't hear.
Oh, she said what she had to say.
I just it was on my list. I'm like, oh, I finally have my first Saturday off. Like this would be fun to watch. So I'll wait for you.
Wait for you.
You stabbed me in the back.
Stabbed.
Like I was just some random
steak
stranger on the
knife.
street. Like you don't even know me.
I didn't know.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Change the subject.
It's pretty good. Mark Wahlberg owes someone a lot of money, and then Kevin Hart's like, "Hey, what if I helped you with that?" And then, yeah,
I probably won't watch it unless I'm really bored.
It's all right.
I'm after movies with meaning, value.
And there was one called The Last
Amber
Journey.
Mid-Thunder. Sorry, continue. I'm not a simp, man.
She's in a show, I think.
Yeah, I saw it's like a. It's
on
ABC or something.
Legion
Oh, there you
Dogs
go.
Or something. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And The Last Journey of Paul W.R. I saw like a picture of it and I was like, that looks like an interesting movie.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the chance to watch it. But yeah, those are sort of the things. Esther and I went to Chris Rock this month.
She said, "Go."
Yeah.
You two didn't rate it, man.
I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to end. Yeah. If it was free, I wouldn't care. If it was cheaper, I wouldn't care. $200 total.
Yeah.
For just 3 hours of unmemorable, unfunny content that is going to turn into a Netflix special anyways.
Really?
I doubt Chris Rock will ever listen to this, but the last time Chris Rock was great was Everybody Hates Chris.
Dang.
You just said that. I mean, and the opener, the guy who opened for him was such a... He was just ripping into everyone. I found his Twitter and I've forgotten.
What's his name?
He's like Graham something.
No, Graham. I don't know.
No, I don't know. He was like ripping into everyone. There was a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd bring your 10-year-old kid to a comedy show.
There's absolutely no way. Dude, like the comedian, I don't know. Like, I like comedy, so I don't know. I've never watched Chris Rock. His humor is funny, I guess, but it's never been my type. I've always liked the. Okay, it's in general. Everybody likes Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
There was a time where I watched Eddie Griffin. There was I'm not watching him again. He's very dirty humor.
Oh yeah.
There was Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's friend Eddie as well.
Oh really? I didn't know Steve Harvey did
Cedric the Entertainer. But yeah, man, just like those were my type. What you discover?
There's a new Everybody Hates Chris called Everybody Still Hates Chris. That's going to be on Paramount Plus and Comedy Central.
Still has they wouldn't have Terry Crews anymore. Terry Crews is committed to another show.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but like comedy's fun. But
yeah, it's good. It just depends on who it is. Because like this guy was just ripping into everyone. Like he was like dropping C-bombs because he's like, oh, you Australians, you can just say this word. I'm like,
I know what you're talking about. That.
You're talking to the wrong audience. People who are going to pay $100 for a ticket to see Chris Rock are not the types of tradies that sit on the work site like swearing their heads off.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, right? Because it's like, how do you call it? American comedy and Australian comedy. You wouldn't think, but I would assume you have to adapt for that audience, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not giving Chris Rock advice. I don't know, but
Chris Rock didn't do it. This was the opener guy. Yeah, so like it's just like Chris Rock knows better than to just like to drop like really
crude stuff,
sensitive words.
Yeah. I think that they have a perception that in Australia we just say it out in the open, but it's really just something specific people say to their mates. Like
you might hear it at the train station, but not on stage.
You don't
in front of everyone.
Say it in front of other people.
Oh my goodness!
But like, it's I don't know.
And he made a joke about, they teach that in kindergarten, right? So this 10-year-old kid can hear that, right?
Oh man!
I was like, okay, too far, bro.
No, man. Like, look, it's fine. I enjoy watching, the comedians I enjoy watching now. I find that I'm finding their content especially funny on their podcast.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
I
not
heard
to say
Conan's podcast is actually quite good.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Is he a podcast?
Yeah, he's got a podcast. Like I've heard that there was someone on another podcast I listened to and they're talking about like, I heard that Conan O'Brien had a podcast and for some reason I thought, it's a podcast. Like he doesn't know what he's doing because he's Conan and he's old and he doesn't know podcasts. But it's like, no, well, he's a comedian. If he makes good TV content, then he'll make good podcast content.
And I think he's one of those talk show hosts that is relatable.
Yeah.
I like him, man. Like, when you just watch somebody and like, he could be my friend.
Yeah.
I'd never meet him, but Conan, he just looks like, I could be friends with Conan.
Yeah.
I don't get that sense from, what's the British dude? James Corden. I don't get that sense from Ellen Adel.
What about Jimmy Fallon?
Fallon, I saw him on that podcast with the radio interview with Scott Charlemagne.
Oh, I don't know.
You know which one I'm talking about. And he was chill.
Yeah,
like he seems like a guy. It's like, maybe like if you get to know him a bit more, he's fine. Like you just have to kind of get used to him. But he also looked like I imagine these guys are giving so much of themselves or so much of somebody on stage that outside of that they just want to be themselves. They just want to be calm. They don't want to have to like, I'm Jimmy Fat. You know what I mean? No, just want to chill. They want to relax.
Yeah, no,
my
absolutely.
name is Jimmy.
Unpopular belief. I actually really rock with James Corden.
Really?
Like I actually really enjoy him. Like it feels like the whole world hates him. Like the whole world hates him, and everyone's so like happy that his show's ending. But I actually really like him. Can't lie.
Oh, look at that with the British accent.
I vibe with James. Good old Jamesy.
Listen, I think with James, again, I don't know him. It was It's the feeling. I don't know Ellen.
Your mate James.
My mate James
used to be my backdoor neighbor.
Backdoor. There you go. But like I've never watched their shows. Right? It's just more. You get a read off of people when you see them, and maybe it's bad, maybe it's good, but it's.
I think I've never watched an episode, but I'm a big YouTube segment person. Like
exactly.
I'll look through your whole YouTube channel and watch everything.
Yep.
And the sun will be gone. But like Ellen, I guess I guess there's a reason these people became famous, right? But like I guess it's so much pressure to be judged by like 30 minutes of something you've been preparing for an hour.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
And it's scripted, but you're trying to tell us that it's not scripted.
But yeah, exactly.
But meant to be not.
But I think what I was trying to kind of communicate was Conan seems to express the most genuine version of himself on stage, or he seems to be the most genuine out of all the other ones.
Do you think like he has less pressure because out of all of them, I feel like he gets the least amount of hate?
I feel like that's because he's the most genuine. He doesn't have to.
A trade-off.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. Like I was listening to a podcast with Sonam Movsesian and Andy Richter, and they were just talking about how Conan treats the people around him.
Right.
They're literally his close circle. Like
that's
a lot of these people, the talk shows, from what I hear, it's like they won't let you not berate them, but criticize them in front of just anyone, right? But Conan, Andy, Sona, like they'll just they have that, not even banter, but it's like they have the ability to disagree with each other because they've built that circle of trust. I imagine that's probably why it just comes across so authentic. And then Conan has like the segments where it doesn't look like it has a humongous budget. Conan Without Borders, it's like, all right, that's big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like he does a show in like a different part of the state, but just the way he interacts with people, he seems the most, I don't know,
himself. Really?
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Shout out to Conan.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's anything else you want to cover?
No,
Is that the show
covered? I'm happy with that. I think this is our longest.
This is our longest. We might have to split it into 2 parts or something.
You reckon?
I don't know.
We give it to them entirely. They want to watch it, or maybe partial release. Maybe we'll release it to you in part 1, part 2, then the entire thing. No, we'll give you the entire thing.
Full cut. Yeah. Why not?
You watch, listen on your way to.
Be like 2-hour episode. Oh my gosh,
I've never heard this before.
Sorry.
Is this a 2-hour episode?
This is roughly 2 hours. Yeah.
This podcast has been brought to you by Crumbs by Ada.
Wow. Now we didn't agree to sponsorships.
Not brought. No sponsors.
Unaffiliated with any and every brand, but we are proud business partners and supporters, and we speak highly of a fellow business owner, Crumbs by Ada.
Yeah, I feel like in a lot of podcasts, if you have like a guest on, you're always like, hey guest, do you have something to plug? So Esther, do you have anything that you want to plug? Or do you have more information on what you've just shared with us?
Yes.
Yep. You like chocolate? You like sugar? You like brownies?
Like all them things.
Crumbs by Ada is the place to be.
Any specials going around with any holidays coming around anytime soon?
I have a Father's Day special, which honestly I think ended yesterday, but we have space in our hearts.
That's right.
We got nothing to do, right, Lukey? We got space in our hearts to bake.
For the first 5 people who message her, she'll give you the exact same discount that was available yesterday.
Amen. That's true.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yep.
I don't even know if this episode's going to come out before Father's Day, to be honest.
If it comes out after Father's Day.
Okay, then the next holiday after that. What's the next holiday after Father's Day?
When's Queen's birthday?
Probably Christmas?
That same thing that Prosper just said applies, but to Christmas.
This is Christmas.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something before we wrap up. Do you guys not want to have Thanksgiving? I want to have Thanksgiving so bad.
You know what? You brought it up. No one turned down Thanksgiving. But I'm intrigued to see you actually pull off an organized event.
I couldn't do that.
But I'm keen for Thanksgiving.
Prosper flies solo. Anything.
Oh, but is this one of those things like you keep bringing it up so one of us will be like, I planned
Esther's understood me.
Oh, Okay.
Esther's understood me.
I see.
I don't want to organize
and that's why he keeps
Thanksgiving.
bringing it around me because I'm the organizer.
I brought it up
You're the
around
event coordinator.
you. I've brought it up around Sakura. I brought it up around Puri. You three are the people I know. You put your mind to it, you'll get it done.
He's like, this is the type of event that I'm interested in.
Yes.
If somebody just happened to put it on, I would love to attend it.
I'm putting it out
Never
there
organizing
that
it.
I've never been a part of any kind of gathering such as Thanksgiving. I've been around Christmas and many alike, but not Thanksgiving.
Let's find out the official day of Thanksgiving.
Not Canadian Thanksgiving. I want to do it with the same time as my brethren in the land of the free.
Okay, so Thanksgiving is the 24th of November.
I'm on.
That's a Thursday.
We can do that.
Okay, put in your calendars.
I'm aware. What do we do?
I don't know.
I'll
I don't know
wear an
what- yeah,
NFL jersey.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
I won't have another person's last name on it. It'll have mine, but I'll wear a Saints jersey.
Okay.
And I'll have an America beer can, but it won't be beer. It'll probably be iced tea.
Fair enough. What am I gonna wear? Just regular
We're
clothes.
celebrating Thanksgiving, man. It's Thanksgiving.
I'll wear a nice shirt, some nice pants.
November 24th. Is that a Saturday?
No,
Thursday.
Oh. How are we going to do that?
Thursday night.
Oh, dude, this whole thing's been canceled.
We're recording this on a Thursday night.
I'll tell you what.
Why not?
Let's just go get some big fat feed on the Thursday night.
Yeah,
Let's do
love
that.
it. Yeah.
HSPs,
gosh.
tacos, whatever.
We should go to the Lone Star because that strikes me as very American.
That's
yeah.
I like that. Texas?
Texas, yeah.
I saw the Texas flag. I
Dog.
thought I didn't know it was Texas. I thought it was a country.
Ain't no place like Texas. Texas was a country.
Fair enough.
It can secede. Oh, I don't know if it was a country.
It just the flag
Mexico.
looked like a
Hmm?
Puerto Rican flag,
No.
but not quite.
Yeah, no, Texas. Lone Star State, baby.
I realized after saying that I regret saying it because that could be kind of mean to people.
No,
It's
you're Australian. We're
insensitive.
Australian. Why would
Australia-
we know?
don't know flags.
You show me a Californian flag. You think I'll know?
I
Got
don't know.
nothing to do with
Probably
California. No, I wouldn't know.
It's the white flag with the
It's got a bear.
stripes and the bear.
It's got a bear. There you go.
Bear. I didn't. Yeah. Nice. Is that the show, Prosper?
That's the show, my friend.
That's the show.
It's been great. That's been me, Preezy, and your boy.
Oh, Smitty. Sorry, I missed my cue. I was
We'll
trying
get
to
it
pull
right.
up all the
By episode
social
12.
media stuff.
By season's
It's a-
end, we're going to get it right. Esther, lovely to have
Yeah.
you. Thank you again. Anything you want to say?
If you guys really love this episode, you should sponsor them on their available platforms that Luke is going to read out to us.
What do we have, Luke? We
So
appreciate
we
any and all
have
contributions.
a Twitter. It is at Luke Prosper Pod. We have a Facebook, a Instagram, and Instagram. We have. What else do we have? I think those are the
We
ones.
have and Facebook.
And Facebook. Oh, and we have TikTok. A TikTok.
Do we have TikTok?
Yeah,
I don't
we
have
have
TikTok.
a few things on it, but it's not really.
Okay.
I'm still working on that. But those are all at Smitty and Preezy Pod.
Luke's working
on
day
those
and night on
respective
this content.
platforms. So, and we have an email address if you want to send us a Gmail at smittyandpreezypod@gmail.com, much like our Instagram tags and stuff like that. We did have a Patreon thing, but I just put it on hold because I'm just thinking we need to actually come up with some stuff that would be rewards if someone were to
Join
pledge
the Patreon,
and stuff, because you can't just have a Patreon that's not.
And those discussions
Yeah.
have started, so they're
Yeah.
on their
But,
way.
Yeah,
But,
if you,
give us
if you
some
have
time.
any ideas on what you'd like to see from a said Patreon subscription, we're open to opinions and thoughts. But yeah, if you want to send us a DM on one of those platforms or send us an email, we would love to hear from you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We hope you have a good one.
It's been real.
It's been
Thank you, guys.
raw.
Liverpool's gonna win the league.
Yeah.
We'll see you when we see you.